Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is David A. Stone and welcome to another exciting episode of Develop Awesome Skills. Behind me is my kitchen here at Stonehaven that I built, and now I'm gonna show you how I built it. This was back in 2016 and I never actually published these videos, so let's do this. So I'm gonna have to cut this board down to So I have to cut this board down to 77.5 inches. Then I'm gonna draw the angle for the sink and cut the hole. So I'm gonna measure out 77 inches, 77.5, and just do a straight cut across. And then I'll have all my extra, and then I will have my piece to work with for over there, for the sink. Now another thing with birch plywood, before you cut, I'm going to show you. So another thing when you're working with birch or finished plywood is, you really buy it for the grain. You buy it for how it looks and the organic patterns that are in it. And this one has some nice grains. I've seen some, I really like the grains over there. Those are pretty cool. But in this board, it's pretty much basic, but there is a lot of different grain. So you want to see where, like if you place the board this way over there, if you place the spin it around, that side is against that wall, or if that side is against that wall. If you slice that corner off, or slice this side off, because there's different patterns. So basically, it's just something to keep in mind is the design pattern of the birch plywood or other designer plywoods as well. Because it's such a cool grain pattern. So the reason I'm saying that is because if I cut 2 feet off of this, right there, and then I put that up in the corner, there's gonna be a big hole cut somewhere around up in here. So do I like that grain right there enough to cut it out? Or do I wanna put that and cut that corner out? So those are just some things you have to think of for design wise. Kind of match this one up pretty nice. Looks kind of cool. I took those kind of jetting shapes or objects or colors. I took those darker colored grains and I shot them towards the stove here. And I had another panel with the same kind of grains and I put them at the wall shooting towards the stove. So I kind of have this convergence of grain patterns. So in here, I'm just gonna study the grain a little bit and then I'm gonna cut a little section out. I'm gonna decide where I'm gonna cut the sink and which side I'm gonna shave off. So stay with me. So 7.5 would be right here. Means I'd be cutting this section off the board, which is okay. Both sides are pretty cool, equally cool. So if I put it in that way in the corner, with that corner over there, it would go 4 feet. And 4 feet. Yeah, on this piece of wood, I think it's kind of, whichever way you go, there's gonna be some really cool grain patterns. So I'm just gonna go ahead and trim this side off. I'm gonna stick it in the hole and then we'll see if we wanna flip it around or not before I cut the sink hole and cut that angle. You know, it's really nice to have a construction pencil when you're working with plywood because you can just write on the top, because I'm gonna actually be I'm gonna be finished sanding. I'm gonna be sanding this on top. So with a little pencil, you can kind of get the marks out of there and get them erased and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be using a pencil. That is why I like to use this pencil. Plus, it's pretty thick, and the lead is really thick, so it doesn't break often on me. And then I just use my knife, my construction knife, my utility knife, to sharpen it. All right, let's see if I got the right size here. Oh man, hit my fridge. At least it still has the plastic on it. Cool. Perfect size piece. So first I'll cut the little hole for this conduit, slide it against the wall, cut the hole for this conduit, slide it against that wall, measure out this angle, which covers the sink by a few inches, which is nice. The sink hole will be all in one piece. So I'd be taking out this section. That would stay. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Then I gotta find a little sheet for this. So I pulled out the jigsaw, and as I was using the jigsaw, I realized I should have been probably using this over the circular saw. This guy's cutting really nice seams, and it's not cracking it as much. I could have used tape and taped the seams. I didn't do that, but I will be filling in any gaps with wood putty. So I'm gonna finish this line off here with the handy dandy jigsaw.
Hey man.
Yo.
Oh, come here, dude.
Oh yeah.
I'll show you whatever you want. Most nice for you.
Here, we'll move this too, real quick.
Is that how powerful the water
Check
heater?
this out.
No,
Oh wait, what?
for the water heater.
For the water heater?
Yeah.
Hey, look at the countertops. Kind of cool. You guys seal it?
Yeah.
Putty in the middle. Kind of cool
That's it.
grains.
That's too big.
Huh?
That's too big.
That's big. I know. And this is thick, 3/4 inch.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
that's it. All right, brother.
Oh, that's fucking nice, man.
Thanks, man.
Good job.
Thank you.
Is it a carpenter or what?
No, I like building things. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, and so it's
That's good. You know what I mean?
yeah, if it works.
Hey, it's for you. Don't
Totally,
you know what I mean?
exactly, exactly.
Wait, what? Don't worry what it is. It's
I
fine.
know.
I don't care.
Totally.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
Okay, man. See you.
Adios. Pretty close. I think I am gonna grab a hand planer to make this all one piece. Shim this bottom here just a little bit. That's gonna be really nice. It's gonna work well. So I'm gonna draw my sinkhole from underneath, make some cuts, and I'm gonna use that jigsaw to cut it out. All right.
For being the first.
First time. That's why it's always nice to hit up all the dispensaries once, because they'll always either give you a free pre-roll, they'll give you a free brownie, they'll give you something. Just hit them all up.
Now that is cool. I did not know that.
So I just put these lines all the way up to the edge of where the sink's gonna go. I'm gonna mark them off with the ruler, and then we're gonna cut it out. Cut it out.
Cool, David. This is amazing.
It is looking cool. Yeah.
This is sweet. I need to set up the hamburger and get it cooking. Everything going good?
Going good. Talk to Josh. He might be coming back out for a little while, a couple months.
Cool.
Actually might be coming out while I'm gone, which he could just stay here. Cleanup time.